Take that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall. Mama said her dad's to blame, but that's his daddy's fault. Oh. But you're afraid you can outrun what's running through your veins. Oh, you're carrying the weight in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, break the chain that left you scarred from where you came. Is it who you are?
Playoff football has come to Northeast Ohio at Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Ready up. Panther Street. Panther Street. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Ready?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19.
Looking to throw. Haynes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. And he'll take this down to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Now 2nd and 5.
19, 18. Go.
Operating from the gun. Haynes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Here we go. Panther 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Bronco 80.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run on first down. Buchanan down to about the 45.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, McCray. Now he's going to step up and run. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. McCray. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front, let him clear a path.
They still have a couple more chances here from the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again. A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Ready? Come on.
Now they'll change things up. Hands it off out of the gun. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tuck roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's when people remember. I also know this in Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Haynes. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. McCray. He finds his man, complete. That's Buchanan. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Ready.
They'll give it to Jenkins. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Looking to throw. McCray. And a catch made. It's Patton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Here we go.
An inside run with Jenkins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go now. Go.
2nd and 1. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 70 Lions. Mustang 19.
Operating from the gun. Haynes.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Back to throw. Haynes. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Buchanan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Let's go. Ready.
Operating from the gun, McCray. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
2nd and 10.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. McCray. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, twisting away. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Buchanan. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
19, Tiger, 19,
back to throw. Haynes. And his throw is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Here we go, here we go. 18,
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
7 Pirates, 7, top 60, Buffalo 18.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
18 Cardinal.
They'll try and throw for it here. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th. Unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. McCray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, ready.
Back to throw. McCray. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Up the middle they go. Buchanan. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Looking to throw. McCray. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
2nd and 6. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
So the decision to throw out that challenge flag, a good one, as they'll get credited with a completion.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Bronco 80. Buffalo 8, 70 Rangers, 70.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And That's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Got man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Dragons, 60, 19 Lions, 79 Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Come on.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Zero hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 3 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Browns 17.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. McCray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Buchanan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, it's Buchanan. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCray. And he's got his big tight end here. first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Go!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Buchanan. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. This is caught. And the Browns are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, check that.
And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe the most important drive of the season coming up right now here, first and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And bulldozing his way through. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Okay, break. Come on. 60 Eagles. Nothing 19.
Back to throw. Haynes. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he spins past him and into space. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's first and goal.
Go, Reed. Go. Let's go. Go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively.
Hold it ready.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
18.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Off the bootleg. Haynes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Browns 24.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And just shutting him off there. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Get it.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Patton. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Here comes 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. That's to his running back, Quinshawn Judkins.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.